All right. So welcome everyone. I'm Carly Osborne. I'm the EAP Education Awareness Specialist for the EAP team. I'm very happy to be here today and go through this orientation with you. If you have questions, I'm sure Jessica went over all that. So let's go ahead and get started. The Washington State EAP has existed for a little over 50 years now. We initially started out as an employee alcohol use support. And over time, it developed where we became more the holistic. We look at you as a whole person. We acknowledge there's more issues going on in the workplace. And so that's what our mission is now, is to support you as state and contracted employees. We are here to help identify problems and help your family members. We're just your all around go-to well-being support. So we can go ahead and hit forward there. All right, so just quick things to know about us. We are the facilities, and we also have an extended network of providers. Our providers are amazing. We put them through the ringer to join on with us, and the reason we do is so that we have even more support for you, and we're able to connect you with people that meet your needs. We are consistent in our service of delivery, and our topics, our help, the support we can provide are kind of very based on what you need. We are located in Olympia. We've been doing everything online, so kind of remote right now. We are slowly transitioning back toward more in-person services. It's just kind of a learning curve because we have a bigger staff now. So eventually we'll get that. But when you reach out to us at EAP, you are reaching someone here in Washington State. And that is our contact information there on the screen. I don't expect anyone to ever remember it, but I know you have fabulous resources through Jessica where you can access that information really quickly. If we'd like to go forward, please. Okay, and this is how we're structured. We have our EAP clinical staff. These are the counselors that you talk to. They provide the intake. So when you start the process, the first person you're going to make contact with is an intake counselor. They do assessments. They kind of try to figure out what's going on and how best to help you with that. Our clinical staff also includes our licensed counselors. Everyone who is a licensed counselor with us has at least a master's. We also have management consultations. We have on-call services, and we can also respond to critical incidences that occur in your workplace. We also have our operations staff. They're responsible for the management, operations support, and education and awareness. So one of those people is here with me on the call today, Randy. She's an amazing person, works with all of our contracts and make sure that everything is running smoothly. So we're glad she can be here today. We also, again, have those contracted providers that I mentioned who support our in-house counselors. They also provide assessments and counseling. They can help give referrals and provide resources. There's more support for us. And then we have an after-hours partner who you can reach 24/7, 365 days a year. Because as we all know, when something's going on, it doesn't always happen during business. So we also have that built-in network so that regardless of what day or time it is, it's helpful. And if we can jump forward.
Yeah, and I just want to take a second to really, this is a different model completely from the EAP that we used to have. And so whenever you previously contacted UW CareLink, you would have called and spoken to someone in their guidance consultants, and they would have given you a list of counselors that you would then reach out to. But this EAP has actual clinical staff in-house, and so they can do counseling appointments with their clinical staff and schedule directly on their calendar. So very, very different feedback or different business model. I'll go ahead and progress this slide.
Definitely. That's a fantastic point, Jessica. And our counselors are all amazing. So what do we do? I know we often hear, call EAP when you need help. And typically, we don't have a deeper understanding of that. So for our employees and families, we offer that intake, assessment, and that short-term solution-focused counseling. But we're also available to provide resources should you need support beyond what those initial counseling sessions are for. Again, we're available 24/7, 365 days a year. So that way you never feel like you're out there alone trying to figure it out. In my purview, the awareness and education, we have a wonderful website that has so many resources on there. Just to name a few, we have resource guides that can help you with issues that are going on. We have archived issues of our employee and supervisor newsletters. We also have on-demand webinars, and we're constantly adding and changing things. So those resources are available for you too. And then we also have the work life resources, which is just kind of a little perk that's provided to you where you can get help with legal and financial issues. It's a great service. It's also another website that has resources for things like texting and elder care and child care and trainings, and just it is a fantastic extra bonus. You do have to have an organizational code to access it. I'm sure that's something Jessica has shared or pointed out, and I believe she might even put it in the chat there. And then for supervisors and managers, we've got stuff for you too. We have organizational consultations, which are a fantastic way for you to connect with a professional who can help you with some issues that might be going on with your teams. So maybe there's some conflict or a big change. We can help support you, and then in turn help you better support your staff. And then we also have critical incident management and response. So if something occurs on your workplace that's out of the norm, something that really affects everyone pretty deeply, we can also help with that. So again, something that's offered to supervisors, managers, and HR people, wonderful services. We can jump forward. So 98% of people who come to see us are really looking for that counseling session. They just need someone to kind of talk to right now. And so with counseling, it is solution focused and short term. It's not meant to be therapy that is long term. So I know you're thinking, what can we do in 3 sessions? And I spoke with one of our counselors just a few weeks ago, and she assured me that with the type of care they provide, the type of support they provide, a lot can be accomplished in that short period of time. So don't think that your problem's too big to contact us, because I can guarantee it's not. This is not only a benefit for you, but for your household family members, including your dependents. So maybe you're doing great, but things are kind of stressful for a partner or someone else who lives in your household. They can also take advantage of this and contact us and say, hey, I need some help. We get up to 3 sessions per issue. And a kind of a really simple way I like to tell people that is that if you come to us today, you have conflict in the workplace, you just need some support through that. But then in July, maybe there's something going on at home that's affecting your work as well. You can come back to us. We're not a one and done. So take advantage of that. We do everything online. So if you're not somebody who enjoys talking to people to set things up like this, you can do it from the privacy of your own computer. It is self-scheduling. Again, you're going to meet with those master level counselors, and they screen for risks using those evidence-based assessment tools. So things like they might use, I forgot the name of it at the moment, but they'll ask you questions about, I've been in the past couple of weeks, I felt this. So just to kind of gather some more information about what you're going through. And again, we also provide those referrals and resources. So you might not need these 2 counselors for very long. You might meet them once and say, hey, I'm just looking for some resources, and they can assist you with that. We want to jump forward. So these are just some examples of concerns that people have come to us with. This is by no means an exhaustive or all-inclusive list. But it's just some things that we typically see, and I think they're a really broad range. It's just giving you an idea that people come to us for all sorts of things. So again, don't feel like if it's an issue you don't see on the list that we can't assist you with that, because we can. This is the fun part. This is what I love explaining. So this is how our intake works. And it's a question that we get asked a lot. Like, well, okay, so what happens once I decide I need to talk to someone? And we've simplified it to a nice 5-step process. So you'll go to our website at eap.wa.gov. You can find the link to start counseling under the employees link. It takes you to the intake form, and then you fill out the intake form. It asks you pretty basic questions. Some are required, for example, name, how we can contact you. And then it does give you options to provide more information about what's going on. You submit that, and then you receive an email back within 24 to 48 working hours. I do like to remind people that if you submit that form and you don't get an email back, to make sure you check your junk and spam folders, because sometimes there can be miscommunication or wind up in there. But you'll get an email back that lets you know we received your request. It will show you a calendar, and it asks you to pick a date and time that works for your schedule. You select what you'd like, it goes back to, and then what happens is on that day and time, you speak with the intake counselor. And this typically, I believe they do it over the phone, they can do it through Teams, they can do it through Zoom. The intake counselor is going to just talk with you about what's going on. They're going to gather some information. They're going to do their best to match you with a counselor that will connect with, that you feel will be a good fit for you. And then after that, we get connected to, and we schedule that appointment with a professional counselor. The day of, you meet with that counselor. And again, that we're meeting via Teams, Zoom, and then eventually we will, knock on wood, come back into in-person. So as you can see, it is a really easy 5-step process. We do that to make things easier for you. If you have a household family member that will also use the service, they'll go through the same thing. No, very simple, and it gets you what you need. We could go ahead and jump forward. Oh, and here's our steps. I appreciate that they put this slide in there. So go to the website, select employees, navigate to getting started with individual counseling, or because we do offer relationship counseling, you could also start that process. If we're doing that process for relationship counseling, both people involved will need to fill out separate forms. You send that intake form in, you receive the invitation, select what you want, you attend your intake appointment, and then you receive the referral to your counselor and for other resources. So again, just very simple. I would come back to this. It's 24/7, 365 days of the year support, which is, my personal opinion, a fantastic thing to have. We often tell people that in the moment, crisis counseling can kind of mean a lot of things for a lot of different people. So when I'm asked, well, what does that mean for me as an EAP user? What I like to tell people is, if you're in a situation where it is obvious that there's imminent harm coming to you or to someone else, that's the type of crisis where you reach out for help, either through police, through security on campus, or then 988 national, crisis line. That's that moment that really needs to be dealt with. But then maybe you come out to the other side of it, or you're feeling stressed and you wake up having that kind of panic attack moment in the middle of the night. That's the perfect time to call EAP and just get someone to help kind of talk you through that moment, to help make you feel settled. And then if they need to, they can refer you back to us to continue to see a counselor. So I can't define your crisis, but please remember, if it's that in the moment someone, yourself or someone else, is in danger, to not call us first, but to call that help and contact us after to help you through that.
And if you're unsure and you call this line, they will instruct you on what the best path forward is. So if you have someone who's, you're not quite sure if they're in imminent harm, they can help you define that.
Absolutely. There's those steps again. So you call our main number, which is the 877-313-4455. You press 2. It will connect you to someone. They know that you're calling from EAP. So you can be rest assured they know who you're calling through, and then you speak with them. They help you in that moment. And then again, we can request that they can make a request to us for follow-up from the EAP office. Work-life resources. This is, again, one of those bonuses that are just so fantastic. It's a great website. It is a separate website from EAP website. You have that organizational code that you use to log in. And I'm going to start with the financial counseling, because this is typically what is asked the most. Financial counseling, 30-minute consultation where you can talk about things about getting your finances in order, making a budget. Maybe you want to save for something big. Maybe you're curious about what living trusts look like, things like that. Fantastic resource. You can talk to someone, right? We also have legal assistance where you get a free 30-minute consultation with a lawyer. And then if you need further assistance through them, they typically give you discounted rates. Again, it's great to have that 30 minutes to talk to someone, and they can help you with anything except work-related issues. So neighbor disputes, HOA disputes, civil matters, basically anything you can think of, so long as it's not related to work. We also have this fantastic free will maker. It's really simple to access. You get to download it, you get to keep it. And so you can do a will. A lot of people don't like to think about it, but it's something that's very helpful. And then again, there's just so many resources on that website. Expert advice, trainings, webinars. I've kind of clicked through it before to see things like pet sitters. So it's just really amazing that it provides that additional layer of resources and support for you. All right. So this is what you will see when you log into that Work-Life Resources page. It gives you kind of the whole spiel, this is what it's for, this is how you're using it. In the box where it says the organization code, you'll just type in that code, hit enter, and that will give you access to the website. Time to talk about what I do. So awareness and education. It's not enough to just know that you have an EAP. It's also helpful to know what we do, what we provide for you in terms of support and resources. So just a few of the things we do. We have live and on-demand webinars. They are listed, the on-demands are listed right on our website. You can click them, they give you the YouTube link and ready to play. You don't have to request a password or anything special to access them. We do live webinars, so just like this, where we come out and talk to you about what EAP is doing. But we also come out and we talk to you about other things. For example, burnout. Spoken to people. Today I'll speak to someone about stress management. And we can do that individually in groups through webinars like this online. And I even come out and talk to people in person. For our resources, we have a well thought out suicide prevention page that just have some helpful information if you're dealing with this, or, someone who might be dealing with this. There's some great resources on there. We have specific information regarding racism and mental health. Again, those resource guides and supervisor tools are fantastic. And then we also have, again, those publications that I spoke about, our archived employee and supervisor newsletters. And we also have printable brochures for EAP services. You can always print those out for yourself, maybe stick it to the fridge or something so you get that contact information. We can go forward if you'd like. And this is the suicide prevention and intervention page. Like I said, it is very well thought out. It provides information that you might find useful in your life, but it also provides information on, how to reach out for help. So again, if someone's in immediate risk of danger, don't wait, call 911 or call or text 988. So this is a great website just to kind of look through it and get information should you